levels, you'll see how I... Hi everyone, Alistair Davies here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today's lesson is all about controlling the club face through the correct wrist actions on the downswing and through impact. So really crucial really, the club face has a huge role in dictating the ball flight and also the power you produce in the golf shots. So it's really a big factor in the golf swing, golf technique and playing better golf. If you are a first-time viewer, please consider following or subscribing. I'd love to have you on board on my channel. I'd love to help you improve your golf. Now, keep watching to learn all about these wrist conditions and the club face through impact. So as described really in the introduction there, we're really looking at how this club face is affected by the wrist through impact and how we can try and use this device for one to help control that to provide better golf shots. Now, if the club face is open at any point in the golf swing, really in the downswing, you're going to have to compensate for that, or you can hit the ball with an open club face. Now, hitting the ball with an open club face is going to provide weak, high, not very exciting golf shots. Now, if we can get the club face into a stronger position, we are then going to start to utilize our body more and rotate through the ball and have a more consistent ball flight, more consistent golf game. So I really want to talk today about how we can use this device here, which is called the hanger, and how we can use this little club face to try and help demonstrate and represent what our wrists are doing on the downswing to control that club face a little bit better. So I've got the hanger on, and this club face here, or the top club face if you want to call it that, is pretty much parallel with the bottom club face, as near as I can kind of get them. Now, what I want to talk about a lot today is as we swing down, their rolls, how the wrists are going to move to change these positions. So as you'll see from this, is if I open the club face on the way down, you'll see my left wrist goes into what I call an extended state or a cup state, and that opens the club face like so. Now, if my lead wrist goes into what we class as flexion, you'll see here how this club face points more towards the ground and this club face points more to the ground. And if I do it to the extreme levels, you'll see how I start to get more flexion and I get more rotation in this arm and wrist. So this is called supination of the arm and wrist. So the supination is helping provide that club face in the closing. If I pronate that arm, you see how that club face opens. And again, if I flex my wrist this way, bow it, you'll see how that club face closes. Now, when we get to impact, again, we look from here from a face-on point of view. If my wrists do absolutely sweet nothing, you'll see here this club face is pretty passive. So I have to get this club face to square, I have to rotate or supinate my lead arm and supinate or rotate my lead wrist. Also, in an ideal world, if I flex my lead wrist, that closes that club face and de-lofts that club. So in an ideal world, when we present the club to the ball, we're looking to present it with 11 degrees of shaft lean. Now, if I just lean that shaft forward, you'll see here that this club face actually points to the right. So in order to get that club face to stay square, I have to rotate my arm and flex that lead wrist. So really all we're talking about here is the beauty of supinating and flexing this lead wrist as much as we can on the downswing. And let me tell you, I can feel my hand aching a bit just from doing this for a few seconds. So it's a skill that's not easily overdone. There's very few golfers in the world that would overdo this. So you can go for this hell for broke and not worry about overdoing this too much. Now, the beauty with the hanger, it gives us some feedback on our lead arm. So if I'm making just gentle little swings here, I want to keep this hanger on my lead arm, and I want to see this club face de-lofting if I can, and rotating so it faces down to the ground and left of my body. That's ideally what I want to do. And then I want to use that kinesthetic feels to help me repeat that time and time again. Most golfers I would teach, as I said, will come into the golf ball with the club face opening, or the club face open at this stage and then a flip. So this would actually hit the trail arm, which is definitely not what I want to see. That gives us a lot of height in the shots and generally will give us ground before ball contact or thin contact as well. So if we can get the feeling of these arms leaning and rotating, low point after the ball, that's ideal. So the idea would be really with using this device, or even this conceptual stuff, would be to hit some small shots, feeling that and build up. So let's go ahead and hit a small shot. And when I say small shot, literally like a long chip. And I'm trying to really feel this happens. So it's resting against my arm, possibly moved away for a split second. Again, I'm not perfect, but definitely it was a different sensation to normal. And that's what I'd want to do, is build that into your golf swing. So build that feeling of moving differently. Once you've hit probably 10 to 15 shots feeling that, then build that into normal shots. I'd also encourage you to do this at home. There's nothing wrong with you being in the lounge making these moves. Nice straight lead arm, rotated, flex wrist, feeling that tension and movement. And even doing it one-handed is a good thing to do. You'll feel again more domination come with that lead arm, which is good. Once you build that up, try and put that into a bigger swing, if we can. So again, wasn't quite full swing, more three-quartery. Definitely felt awkward, trying to make it happen as best I can. And again, I'm trying to demonstrate it as best I can for the cameras. But what I would do is look to do a process of piecing that up to bigger pieces and more comfort, ideally. And as we get that wrist working that way and lead arm working that way, we're going to have to move our body more and more. We need arm and body connection through the ball if we're going to have shaft lean and supination to marry up all together to give us a straight ball flight. Otherwise, some flipping of the wrist will be needed. And I definitely flip my wrist a little bit. So we are looking to reduce that as much as we can to create more consistency and longer, stronger flighted iron shots. So have a go at this little drill, have a go at these little half swings, have a go kind of maximizing your impact position and your downswing delivery by getting the right positions with your arm and wrists consistently correct. That will make you a better golfer for sure. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share the video. I really appreciate if you could do that. It really helps me, it really helps my channel grow. Also, if you'd like to join the conversation down below, ask some questions, ask for some requests for some videos, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please hit my logo down this bottom corner, join me in my journey, let's lower your scores and improve your golf. And thank you for joining me today, and see you again here soon.